This is a video tutorial on creating and editing a mark set in MarkBook Mac Edition. In this tutorial, we're going to learn how to create a mark set, including weightings and categories. So returning to where we had left off in the last segment, we have already opened English to AOB. We need to go to MarkSets, and we need to create a new mark set. So we go to File, New, and New Mark Set, or we can also use the command N. This will then open up an untitled mark set where we have to provide the information. So the mark set code is ENG because it's an English class. If you recall, this was an academic English Year 2 class, and the master code would be ENG2A0. We were dealing with section B, and the block title is a unit, which we will continue to use. The class consistently meets in room 103. We can have a rotary schedule. On day 1, this class meets in period 4. The weight is going to be set for 1. This is used for combined reports if we change that later on. We now need to consider what's called the calculation method. The category weight method, which is an average, takes the individual categories, weights entries that are found in those categories by the appropriate weight. This is a traditional one that's being used quite consistently. Once upon a time, a long time ago, people were using average, which is the entry weight, which is a straight calculation of the total out of value. In this case, we're going to be using something called blended mode. Blended mode is the measure of the most consistent performance, which is part of the authentic assessment method. So we now need to provide categories, and we're going to use the acronym CAKE. C stands for for communication, and this has a weight of 25. Adding a second category, click on the plus, and in this case we have APP for application. This has a weight of 20. Then the K stands for knowledge and understanding, and this has a heavier weight, 35. And the last that we're going to provide is EXT, which is for extensions, and this one has a weight of 20. Now this may add up to 100, as it does in this case, or it can be left to be any particular value. We're now ready to move on to the next, so let's save this application once we're done.